Hello, happy Wednesday, everybody. I am right now on my way to get my nails done because I get my nails done and a pedicure. And my honey surprised me with a beach getaway. So I wanted to pop on here and talk to you about the 3 ways to thrive after toxic love. The 3 secrets. This title came to me last night. I couldn't sleep. I was up, and that's when your best ideas come through. So I don't know. I'm always thinking about my clients, my business, who can I serve, and things like that. Maybe if I was on a call with somebody, hello, stay in your lane. And so this title came up. So I decided to pop on here today for you and talk to you about the 3 secrets to thrive after toxic love. So as you know, that when we are in these relationships, these toxic relationships, abusive relationships, we're miserable. Like we're effing miserable. And we feel trapped. We feel stuck. You feel like how do I get out of this? I was on the phone with a woman this week who is a single mom and was in a 3-year relationship with somebody who was very, very, very much in child energy. And that quick of a time, he literally sucked the life out of her. So she's crying on the phone. She feels super trapped. She feels like, what do I do now? Now she's got court dates and she's dishing out money to lawyers, and like her whole life is wrapped up into escaping this miserable reality for herself, for her son. So it's really not that complicated. Honestly, it's not that complicated. Society has done a very good job at attaching really big words and really big diagnoses. You are, you have PTSD, you have, and for a lot of us, we identify with, I have PTSD, I have this, whatever diagnoses are. And then we cling on to that story. We cling on to that victim energy, that victim story. And what happens is you stay in that until you choose not to do it anymore. No judgment. I was there. I did it too. I wasn't diagnosed with PTSD, but anxiety, depression, blah, blah, blah. And I sat in my story and I got something from my story. So it was, oh, look at that, angel numbers right in front of me, 222. So, okay, so about all the disempowering stuff because you've lived it or you're living it. I'm not going to get too deep into that. What I am going to share with you, and I'm going to go deeper into this on a YouTube video, by the way, ladies and gents. When you see me post my YouTube videos, if you take a listen to them, I keep them super short for a reason. It would mean the world to me if you could either like it, if you find value, of course, comment on it, or even subscribe to my channel. We have almost 1,000 people in this group. If every single one of you subscribe to my channel, that would take me over 1,000 subscribers, which would start, YouTube would start sharing my videos for other people to see. And the reason why I'm always reiterating this is because it helps my channel grow, which also helps for me to reach other women who have been through the same thing as you and me and help them heal after toxic relationships. Okay, so the three secrets to thriving after toxic love. Number 1, you have to choose you as a priority. This is so important. All of my clients, and myself included, I was, but all of my clients that come to me are operating from mother energy. So what is mother energy? Mother energy is she loves too much, she gives too much, she does too much. And when you're operating from that type of an energy, you will attract child energy, because like energy attracts like energy. So what goes together with the mother, the child? That's just how it is. So the goal is for you to be in woman energy. Woman energy is somebody, so the first part of being in woman energy is choosing yourself as a priority, right? So loving yourself, loving all of yourself, like the good, the bad, and the ugly, the flaws, the things that you, like when you stare at yourself in the mirror, completely naked, loving all of you, every single thing. The second part of this, the secrets to thriving after toxic love, is for you to face your truth. You've got to face your truth. The things of the past, the things that hurt you, the things that were done to you, the things that, the crappy things, like all of it. You have to face the truth. You have to face the truth, admit the truth, and be comfortable with the truth. Because when we are in our stories and we're like still hurt over the truth of what happened, we're still crying over it, we're still in pain, we're still blaming, we're still sitting in our victim story, that does nothing to empower us. That does nothing to get you out of where you are and into the next level of who you are. Because remember, God doesn't want you to live a miserable life. That's not what He has intended for you. Okay, so truth. The third part of thriving after being in a toxic relationship is trust. Trust is huge. If you could trust yourself, if you could stop second guessing yourself and just trust whatever comes up, whatever ideas come up in your head, when you ask questions, whatever comes up, you trust it and you go with it, even though you're like, ah! And you trust the process. You trust that you're here in this group for a reason. You trust when you get on the phone with myself or somebody who can help you, and you feel a connection. Trust even though not everything's in place, like not all the ducks are in a row, and just trust that this is what I need. This is what I must do in order for me to get out of where I'm at. Trust is huge. If you could just trust yourself and trust that the process and stop second guessing yourself, your life would change immensely. Your life would be so different. I'm going to pull over here because I'm at Starbucks. Your life would be so different. I'm still working on my trust, but I've come a long way with my trust. So those are the 3 secrets to thriving after toxic love. So you have to choose yourself as a priority. So that's self-love, right? Loving all of you, even the crap that's happened to you or the stuff that didn't happen to you, right? And then truth and trust. Those are the 3 secrets to thriving after toxic love. And I know that you may think, gosh, that's pretty challenging, or I can't do that, or I'm not ready for that. Every day that you sit in your disempowered self, every day that you sit inside of a life that doesn't serve you, that you're not happy in, is a day that you could be in a happy, thriving life. It's a day that you could have chosen for yourself. So remember that when you say, not today, maybe tomorrow, or after I pay for all of the court fees, then I'll invest in myself, or after I pay for college for my kids, or after I pay, or after I do, or after this, or after that, then I'll invest in myself. Because that right there is mother energy. Mother energy is always putting everybody and everything before herself. She's putting everything else as a priority but her. She puts herself on the back burner. Or she's not even a priority at all. And just like in life, there's always going to be something that needs to be done before you can do this. Instead, go into your yes energy. Yes, I can do this. Yes, I can put my kids through college and I can invest in myself and start to change my life. Yes, I can pay for the court fees and invest in myself. Yes, even if in the moment you're like, how am I going to do this? I don't know. This feels really scary. I get it. I really do. Every single time that I've done something scary, it has catapulted me to the next level of who I am. So feeling scary is good. It's taking you to the next level of who you are. And especially when it's something that is for you. Why not? Why can't you do everything? Why can't you have everything? Why can't you have a successful business or a successful career and have the love of your life? Why not? Why not live in your dream home and have an amazing relationship with a man that you adore and who adores you, and have plenty of money in the bank and have perfect health? Why not? Who says you can't? Oh yeah, I know who says you can't, right? The stories in our heads, right? The negative Nancy, the Debbie Downer. That's who says you can't. But in reality, you can have it all. You can. Everything begins and ends with you. So once you start to say yes to you and invest in these 3 things, like learning how to trust yourself and stop second guessing yourself, learning how to love all of you, even the ugly parts that you've been avoiding, that you've been resisting, that you've been ignoring, and also telling your truth, facing your truth, and being like, you know what, I'm in my 40s, I'm in my 50s, enough is enough. I've done this long enough and it hasn't worked. So let me try this and see what happens. Because I can assure you firsthand, I've done it for myself, and this is what I do for my clients. All of my clients that come to me, of course they're scared. Every time I hired a coach, I was scared. Yeah. And I didn't know how I was going to pay for my coaches. No clue how I was going to pay for my coaches. Right now I have 3 coaches and a VA. And if I told you what I pay every month, you'd be like, Denise, what? You know, when I first hired my coach, my best friend was like, I hope you're not getting scammed. And that was nothing compared to what I pay now. Anyway, my point is that once you start to say yes to you, your life changes. It changes it's magic. It's true magic. If somebody would have told me, okay, Denise, you're going to live in a beautiful home on 4 acres. You're going to have the most amazing relationship with somebody where he's your best friend. You never fight. You never argue. You don't even disagree. You have fun. You laugh. You go to the beach all the time. You have a thriving business. You help women all over the world through your own experience. If somebody would have told me that, like even 5 years ago, I would have been like, yeah, that's impossible. There's no way that I could have everything. There's something that is not right. There's no such thing as a perfect life. I used to think that for a very long time. There's no way there's a perfect life. There's got to be something, you know. And I'm not saying my life is 100% perfect. I'm always working on myself. I'm always working on something. But compared to where I was, my life is so perfect. It is so perfect. And every day that I do work on myself and my business, it gets even higher and higher. It gets even more and more towards perfect for me. So I could do a whole video on perfectionism, a whole video, because it means so much. There's so many different aspects to perfect. Okay. That is it, my loves. Happy Wednesday. If you are thinking to yourself, you know what, enough is enough. I'm in my 40s, I'm in my 50s, or even in my 60s, and it hasn't been working. I've been trying. I've read every book. I've done every da-da-da-da-da. And I'm ready to invest in myself. Then reach out to me. This is what I do. We can get on a phone conversation. There's no pressure. You can talk to anybody in the group that's been on a call with me. I don't do the whole pressure sales thing. I love you. I want you to heal. I want the best for you. And I'm only going to guide you. I'm only going to show you the way. It's up to you to choose for you to stay in the mother energy or start to put yourself as a priority. Start to make yourself a priority. It's 100% up to you. All right. Have an amazing day. I love each of you.